Change and habits. Are they really hard to break? Hi, my name's Gordon De Silva. I'm a multi-award winning chartered accountant. I am the international best-selling author of Profit Propeller and the creator of the Profit Multiplier program, which helps businesses grow faster in less time, with less risk and with greater certainty. On this blog, I'd like to talk a little bit about change and habits. It's a subject I've already talked to you in the past about, but the idea came to me when I just had a call with my mum. My dad is in hospital at the moment, quite ill, and it's the first time in their 60 years of marriage that my parents have been apart. My father's in hospital and my mother's at home and visiting every day, and she has had to sort of get into some new habits and take on some new skills, take on some new tasks, and we've noticed it's quite hard, it's quite difficult. And we were just having a chat 2 minutes ago, and I was saying that one of the reasons that I do reasonably well in business is because I embrace change, and because we are changing now more than we've ever done in any decade or in any period of 5 years, and that change seems to be accelerating. There has never been a period in business, let alone in life, where there's been so many changes so quickly. Changes in society, changes in technology, changes in affordability, changes in difficulty, changes in competition. Everything is moving at a rapid rate, and if you're not willing to embrace change, you're probably not listening to this for a start, because you're not going to be wanting to look at anything else other than what you've been doing day on, day out. So the fact that you're looking at this suggests there is a willingness to look at change and look at new ideas and look at new principles. And with my mum, we were thinking about what new habits will she need to take on and develop when my father gets back home, which may be 3 months, it may be 6 months. And we were talking about developing those habits now, and we've already developed some new habits. So for example, because she visits him in hospital every day, and she's a very active lady for an 80-odd-year-old, she's a very active lady, and she's now carved part of her day to be in hospital, and she still gets her chores done. She's got some extra help now, but she's still getting her chores done that she wants to do, that she loves doing. She loves a pristine house, she loves a pristine garden, she loves lots of flowers and garden plants and fruit trees, and she loves tending those, and all of that takes time. And what we've identified today is that she's already carved out some time out of her day to spend just chilling out with my dad when he gets back home. So we've already started, by necessity, the idea of changing some habits. And what I was saying about me is, I embrace change, but even though I embrace it, and I really do love change, because I know it's so important, and I wouldn't be anywhere near where I am right now had I not been a person that embraces change. Because we've had to move with the times. We won the Technology Accountant of the Year online last year, because we are just so up to date with what's happening in technology and accounting and tax. All of these things are symptomatic for our success, which involves change. So what we were talking about is that even though I embrace change, it is sometimes really difficult to see it through, because you get sucked back in, not because you want to get sucked back in, but the habitual nature of how we do things. We're all creatures of habit. We have to be to survive. Can you imagine having to work out how to brush your teeth every morning? You just run a habit. You brush your teeth every morning, you brush your teeth every night, and you probably put the same trouser leg in the same order you do every day, and so on. We're creatures of habit. Stir our coffee the same direction, all that sort of thing, right? But we need to change, and to change we need a couple of catalysts and sometimes some help. One of the catalysts for change may be to do better because competition is rising, prices are being curtailed, team members are harder to come by, and so on and so on. Technology is changing. So change may be forced upon us, but it'd be much better to be ahead of the curve, wouldn't it? Be ahead of the wave. You don't want to be caught up in the wave and dragged by it. You would rather be, ahead of the wave, surfing the wave, wouldn't you? Ahead of the wave. And so what we've done in our practice is we've used coaches and mentors and consultants to help us through change processes. And it's a consistent thing. There's never been a period in the last 30, maybe 28 years that I haven't had a coach or a mentor or a consultant working with me. There's never been a gap of more than 3 months where I haven't had someone, either a coach or a mentor or a consultant, working with my business and myself and my team to help us do better and create change, cement the change and create the new habits. Because that's how difficult it is. Even though I embrace it, right? Even though I want it, I need help to make that happen. And that's what the Profit Multiplier program is all about. Is about helping clients who know they need to make changes to increase profits, to increase growth, to increase their personal wealth and their family's security. They know they need it, but they get sucked into the day-to-day routine and things that never get done. What we do through, we have a 3x3x3 formula in our Profit Multiplier program, which works beautifully in helping crystallize things to a very tight condition, which helps not only owners feel good that they're making success pieces every week, but also achieve big steps every quarter. That's our 3x3x3 formula. And I don't know about you. How do you instigate change? How do you measure the change you get in your business? How do you, how good are you on a scale of 1 to 10? Are you a 1 that you find change really difficult, you get sucked into the daily routines? Or is it a 10? I would suggest I'm a 5. I want change, but I find it difficult, which is why I need outside help. And if I didn't have outside help, I'd probably be more towards, a 1 or a 2, I suppose, if I get sucked back in. But the 5 helps me get assistance, which gets me up to an 8, 9, or 10. So what about you? Are you good with change automatically? Do you make a decision and it just happens? Or do you get sucked back in? Where are you with that? And be honest with yourself, because it doesn't matter to me. It matters to you. It matters to your business success. What about your board members? If you have a board, how did they embrace change? Who do you battle with in your board who doesn't want to make a change that you know and the rest of your board needs to be made? That's sometimes what we do in the Profit Multiplier program. We act as a catalyst to help that process through the whole management team, the whole staff team. Not on a one-to-one basis necessarily, but through our board meetings and so on. So have a think about that. I hope you like the content. I hope it's given you a bit of food for thought about change in habits. It was born of I'm on my way to see my dad in hospital, and we were just having a chat in the car with my mum, and it just occurred to me that her experience is typical in business in a different setting, but it's so typical because we are creatures of habit. And she openly admits she's never been one to enjoy change, but she now knows it's going to be necessary, and she's looking for help and practice and little wins to make sure that she has the change available when my dad comes back home. So if you like it, please click the like button. If you think I could do better, tell me how. Tell me what other subjects you'd like me to cover. Put a comment on here. Tell others what you think. Please share it on your Facebook, LinkedIn, or Google Plus profiles. Please share this content and help us get the word out there that things are difficult, but it's all possible. So I look forward to speaking to you soon. If you need a chat about change, let's pick, if you want to have a chat about one change that you'd like to make and get my viewpoint on it, it will only take 10 minutes. We get into it fast. The 10-minute calls are fast-paced, solutions-based. So we get into it fast, we get you a solution, we get you to commit to something, and then we're out of there and leave you to it. And then, if you're on the Profit Multiplier program, we obviously follow up on it to make sure that sticks as part of our 3x3 formula. So I look forward to speaking to you soon as and when our paths cross. In the meantime, you take care of yourself. Goodbye.